Well, I'm back assembling the injection pump off the John Deere 1640, and last time you saw it, it had all green paint all over it. Now how do I get it clean like this? I have a small blast cabinet. It's just a El Cheapo blast cabinet, and I run fairly fine glass beads in it, so I bead blast the housing. Now this is the top. I haven't done that one yet. I'll just work on bits and pieces as we go, but yeah, so it's gone from that to that. That's a good thing, good cause. Before I put the pump in the bracket, I actually sat it down on the bench and I've knocked that little seal in the end there. Now it's just a little lip seal, very basic job. What I like to do when I fit the seal, I pop the seal on this front housing there. I put it in the front of the pump there, and I get a bit of brass and I just bump this in, and that takes the seal in nice and true, nice and square. And then what I do then is I get an old one of these rings out of the pump. I put that there and I just bump it in, look, say 1/2 millimetre, 1 millimetre under the top surface here, so that when this goes in and gets all bolted up, this front housing on the drive isn't rubbing on the seal. Now you can see this housing, it's got a little relief there. That's there's a lower patch there. So yeah, the seal might sit up, but you need to just put it just under the top surface and that's all. We won't get too carried away there. Now for those watching that follow me on Facebook, you'll notice that this cam track, it has a ball in it like this that sits in the hydraulic advance housing, which is this housing there. That's what it looks like from underneath. And well, I'd never seen one so tight. I ended up breaking it off trying to get it out, and then I had to machine the top off it and try and find the centre, and you can see I just missed there, but look, I put a reverse twist drill in and I finally got it. So look, that took me, it took me a day or two to get round to doing it, and I made a tool, and then the tool was that good that it broke the ball off. But I had a spare John Deere pump hanging around, a John Deere 3140 pump, and this one here, it just came out, and it came out that easy. I just used a set of Nipex mouldies on it, you know, with the nice flat jaws, just put it on and give it a beep and round it came. So I got a feeling the other one may have been Loctited in, I'm just not sure, but look, that's done. So with the housing bead blasted, this actually got the basket out, like the weight basket. When I pulled the cam track out, I pulled the circlip behind the cam track out, and then this weight basket came out. Now the interesting thing with this weight basket is it came out with just 4 weights in it. The light's a bit funny today, but anyway. Yeah, so it had only 4 weights in it, which I can't recall seeing that before, but anyway, not to worry, we'll work with it. And what you need to do here is on this housing, I was just trying to look at the light there, there's an O-ring. So you need to pop this O-ring off, and that O-ring seals inside of this housing here. You can see that seal surface just there. So the O-ring sits there. So there's a new O-ring comes in the kit. So we need to stretch that over there. And fits into that groove. Then when this spline comes over the top here, I should line it up, shouldn't I? There we go, about there. Yeah, so when that comes down over the top, it actually sits down over that O-ring, and that seals the inside there, and the seal seals the outside. I might zoom us out a little bit, if I can. just to give me a bit more room to work. I was running out of screen. So that's what that looks like. So down in here there's a little washer, and it's a hardened steel washer with 2 flat sides on it, and the flat sides are how it comes out, but it often stays in there. I'll just see if I can pull it out here and show you. So that's the little flat washer that sits in here, and you have to line up the flats with the spline to get it in. So it goes in and it'll sit flat sideways down in the hole there, and that gives the bolt something to pull back down on. So currently, with this basket and all assembled, we can pop that into the pump. We can bring this, actually we'll put a little bit of lubricant on there. So a little bit of lube. We bring this in through the seal, and we have to turn this until both of those splines line up. That should probably go in like that. Now, I'll shift some of these tools and things I have scattered everywhere here just at the moment. Now, this is the screw that holds it all in. Now you have this funny little spring washer and the screw that's done up with an Allen key. I'll just give that a quick... I usually give everything a quick squirt with brake cleaner and blow it dry once again. Before I put the parts back in, just so I know they're nice and clean and hadn't been any more dust got onto them. We'll pop this fella in there. I can feel that pulling up on the thread. I can feel this bowl, the weight frame pulling in. And we'll pop a bolt in here. Another bolt there. Now you don't have to go nuts with tightening this up. It's just like everything else, just has to be tight. Right, so that's not going anywhere. There's another screw there that holds the gear on. Now this here, yeah, the gear's held on with 3 bolts and a dowel sits in there. So you can't actually put them together wrong. If your engine hasn't turned over, even if it has turned over, you can usually pick the gear up. So look, that's turning okay, that's good. That's what we like to see. So next in is the circlip. We'll give that the tidy up. You can see a little bit of rust on this. That was from this tractor sitting out in the out back. There's a round end on a circlip here, and there's a flat one. The flat one goes in to the bottom, so the flat's on the bottom. We try and put that in so it can be, the flat can be seen through this window, and we will adjust that later on. And that just goes right up, and there's a little lip in the housing, just a small one. That goes in there. Now the cam track, has an arrow on it for direction, and you can normally see which way. So there's the arrow that tells us that's the direction of rotation, so this way. So that would go in that way. And often, when you look at the back here, you can see a little shiny mark, or you can see the mark where the circlip was, up in through here. So you've got these gaps here, there's 4 of them, and then they come up the little ramps. When the rollers come up that ramp there, that's when it pops the rollers in, and that's when you get it firing. So we'll put this in, line up that hole at the bottom, and this is a little bugger we had trouble with for days. So we just screw that in finger tight. Put our spanner on, our multis, and just, that is plenty. You do not need any more. Now that has to turn free in the bore. I'll just pop a bit of, I probably should have put a bit of diesel, a bit of, oh, not brake cleaner, but I've actually used the wrong stuff there. Oh, where are we, Lance? Bit of to penetrate this stuff. And that's just got to make sure that that's just nice and free. You can see that's nice and free there. So yeah, nothing to that. Now we're onto the head. Now this head we might, oh, there's me drops. This head, the plungers in the head can get stuck, and there's 2 little plungers inside there, and because this head has been in, you know, it's a bit rusty. Like, a lot of people chuck this pump out, but I'm going to try and keep it going just because I can. One thing I'd like to take note of is where this little gap is here for adjusting, there's a little etched mark there. So what I need to take note of, and probably take a photo of, is this little line is lined up with the edge of this here. Now that might be, look, it's very close to that edge. So take note of that. That is the original pump setting for the amount of fuel. So, but what I might do is I might pop this out, we put this in the vise and hang on to it, and I'll just run through popping the head here apart and just checking it out. And because my tractor's been sitting out the back there, and this is an old pump I'm just trying to resurrect to put on my 1640 as an exchange unit, we'll probably pull it apart and just have a bit of a look through it, eh?